Hello, how are you? I'm Olivia and I am a voice teacher. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a vocal breakdown for you. We're going to look at Gabrielle Union's voice. And Gabrielle Union is an actress who I know from like 90s, early 2000s movies like She's All That and Bring It On, and I think 10 Things I Hate About You. But Bring It On, I think, was the big one everybody knew her for. But I've always thought that she had a really interesting, beautiful voice. So I am going to listen to her voice, and basically I'm just going to break down what I hear. So we're going to listen for tone quality and resonance. We're going to listen to her vocal weight. And then we're also going to listen to her pitch, how low or high her voice is, and how much movement she has in her pitch. So let's get started.
Hey Vogue, it's Gabrielle Union, and I'm going to walk you through my everyday skincare routine and my fresh face makeup look. First step, kick out the retainer. When you don't wear it regularly, don't tell my orthodontist. Me and my husband both have retainers, and every night, just like the scene in Bring It On, we pop our retainers in and we pop ours out. This is the U-Boot. It's the U-Booty. It's the U-Beauty cleanser, which I love.
So I would say that Gabrielle Union has a bit of a raspy quality to her voice. She's got a little bit of that air coming through in her voice, and I don't think that's a bad or a good thing. I think that her voice has always been like that, although I can't really remember. It's definitely a little bit of a raspy quality that I think could be kind of like sort of a sexy sound in a voice, or like, you know, it's kind of an interesting sound. It doesn't sound like she's working too hard or something, like something's wrong with her voice. It sounds like that's just how it is. When you have a raspy voice, essentially it's that you have a little bit, your vocal cords aren't quite completely coming together. So there's just like a little air coming through. So that could be potentially problematic for some people, and for some people it's totally fine and they don't mind. In terms of brightness or darkness, so bright sounds are a little bit more in the front of the face, like think like mousy kind of sound, or darker is going to be a little bit bigger in space and kind of more hollow sounding. And I wouldn't say she's super bright. She's definitely not a super bright voice. She's not super dark. She's somewhere in the middle. But I would say that resonance, like she's very articulate. You hear her really clearly saying words, pronouncing those consonants, which is probably because she's an actress and she's probably working on that her whole career. It's interesting. I love to hear voices like that where there's a little bit of a rasp or a little bit of a darkness or something, but then that clarity in the voice in terms of the articulation. I like that dichotomy. I think that can sound really pretty. In terms of lightness or heaviness of her voice, I think when you have a raspy voice like that, it can tend to sound a little lighter because of that air coming through. So that's essentially what vocal weight is in a way. Like if you're letting more air through, it's called open quotient, where there's more air coming through your voice, you're going to get a lighter sound versus a heavier sound where you're getting less air coming through. And I think that she has that rasp, which makes things lighter, but I would say she doesn't talk kind of up here in that forward placement. It's a little bit more kind of in her throat, a little bit more chesty, I would say, or throaty in a way. So we have kind of a lighter vocal weight, but still like kind of throaty. And I think that kind of gives you like kind of like cool, relaxed, like kind of like sitting back here, but a little bit lighter. That's kind of what I'm hearing from her. So then if we think about pitch and intonation, just based on hearing her, I would not say that she has a super high voice. I would say it's on the lower end. But let's go in and take a look with my Pratt software and take a look at her pitch. So here we go, starting from the top.
Hey Vogue, it's Gabrielle Union, and I'm going to walk you through my everyday skincare routine and my fresh face makeup look. First step, kick out the retainer. When you don't wear it regularly, don't tell my orthodontist. Me and my husband both have retainers, and every night, just like the scene in Bring It On, we pop our retainers in and we pop ours out. This is the U-Boot. It's the U-Booty. It's the U-Beauty cleanser, which I love.
Okay, so if we take a look at this pitch here, so we can see the hertz on the side here, that little like music in the back, which can kind of sometimes interfere with this. But generally, okay, so we got a spike here, 326. I don't believe this one that it goes all the way up to whatever this says over here. But yeah, so if we take this whole thing, and we get the average pitch, it's looking like 196, so 196 hertz. And I would believe that, although there are some spikes in there. But yeah, you see a lot of pitches that are down lower, so around 141 hertz. Here, 146, 148. So she does have a lot of movement in the pitch, but and where she's kind of jumping up here, 234. So she's jumping around quite a bit, but her home base is this kind of lower end, maybe like 140s, 150s zone. So that's pretty interesting. I would say generally when I work with students, I have, in terms of vocal feminization, generally we're shooting for about 165 hertz. And that depends, of course, on how much you're working on resonance and creating a brighter vocal tract, brighter space there. But I would say that, so it's like pitch is not everything, right? That Gabrielle Union's voice sounds feminine, but a lot of what she's saying is below that 165 hertz zone that I tend to encourage people to shoot for. Everyone's a little bit different. Everybody's looking for something different, looking to hear something different. But I think it's always interesting to hear these different combinations of things. So overall with Gabrielle's voice, she's definitely has a feminine voice, no question about that. She's got a raspier tone quality that I would say leads to that kind of lighter perception of her voice. She's got a little bit of a lighter vocal weight, but her resonance is not super forward in her face. It's a little bit more in her throat, feels a little bit chestier, and she's definitely lower in pitch, although she moves her pitch around a lot. There's a lot of movement in the pitch when she's expressing herself. And the other thing that I think is notable about her voice is how clearly she articulates her consonants. So I think she's got a great voice. She's got kind of like a cool voice, she's like kind of low. She's like kind of like, in the chest, but then moves a lot. So it's interesting how that all of those components together, how they come together. So if you've got any other voices that you'd like me to take a look at, let me know and I'll do another vocal breakdown. If you are interested in working on vocal feminization and you're looking for a little structure and to understand what these concepts are that I'm talking about in the voice a little bit more, you can go down in the description and sign up for my free 5-day voice discovery challenge. You'll get a free educational video every day for 5 days, and it can get you started kind of knowing where to begin. Thank you so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.